So if you couldn't fail because failure is not an option, because failure isn't real, who would you become?
It is statistically proven that in our lifetime, out of 100 people, 1 will become rich, 4 will become financially independent, 15 will work, 20 will work, 15 to 20 will work a job into retirement, and the rest will be poor. Are you the 1? Are you the 4? Are you the 15? Are you the 79, 80%? Are you the 1? Are you the 1%? Are you willing to do what it takes to be the 1%? That's why you're here, bro. Focus on creating, multiplying, and preserving wealth, teaching you guys these things, waking you guys from the... Guys, I'm not here to wake up drones. I'm not here to wake up people that I don't want to... I'm not here to talk to the negative, bro. It's 95% of them. I'm going to talk to the 5%. The 5%. The revolution has started. The revolution has started. There is no going back. There is no going back. There is no going back from this, guys. For the rest of your life, there is no going back. You know too much. You know too much. You know. You can never go back to working a slave job and being happy, bro. You can no longer go back and have a master. Who are you going to be? Are you the 1? Well, the question is, are you going to adapt the habits, the knowledge, the resources, the skills, the knowledge, the equanimity, the mindset of the 1%? Are you going to still do the same shit that the 80% do?
What would you do, ladies and gentlemen, if you couldn't fail? What would you do if you were in a situation where your mind couldn't comprehend an outcome in which you lost? Who would you become? What would you do? What type of person would be bred from that willpower and that self-belief and that confidence? Because it all starts here. The Bible says it, as a man thinketh, so is he. So what do you say about yourself? Who are you? How do you speak to who you are and the goals and the ambitions that you have in your life? You know what I mean? So when you see the goals and ambitions and dreams and aspirations that you have, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be a multimillionaire. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be healthy and have a nice home and take care of your family. But the system will tell you, you have to work, you have to be an employee. When you realize, as we are here in Geneva, that the way to make money, the way to liberate yourself, isn't through the ways of the system. It's not through a 9-to-5. It's through self-development. It's through the understanding of the game. It's through understanding how the system works and understanding how to exploit the system to your advantage, because there's loopholes that were created intentionally by people that created the rules of the system that you abide by. So ladies and gentlemen, if failure was not an option and you couldn't fail and money wasn't an obstacle and money wasn't real, what would you do? Who would you become? What would be bred out of that desire for greatness? I don't know about you, but in my book, in my opinion, I can't lose. Because losing is something that is designed for people that quit and for people that fail. I don't fail, I learn. I reevaluate, I analyze, I cross-examine, I fine-tune, I refine my craft. Maybe not now in my mid-20s, but in my 40s, in my 50s, in my 60s, in my 70s, in my 80s, in my 100s, I will have refined my craft. Because it's a process of self-development.
Do you get it? But you need to wake up. You need to start taking responsibility and accountability for your life. Now, I know we got a ton of young in here. I know we got people that are 15, 16, 17. Bro, you need to get educated. You need to get educated. Do you hear me? When I was your age, I was not in this situation, bro. I was living in la land till I was 21, bro. So hear me out, guys. I've shown you the stats. It's real. Enough with the partying. There's nothing to celebrate. There's nothing to celebrate. Zero. Do you hear me? There is nothing to celebrate. There's nothing cool about the situation we're living in. There's nothing pretty about the condition of the world. There's nothing pretty about what's going to happen to you unless you wake the up. You got to get educated. That is the name of the game. And nobody's gonna get educated for you. No teacher, no university is gonna educate you. You need to sit down and figure out what the fuck is going on, right? That's why you're here today. And how do I make it out? You don't need hundreds of millions of dollars. You do not need a Bugatti, right? You do not need a super car. But you do need money, bro. And you need passive income, you need active income, you need to be clocking in some hours, you need to be getting more intelligent, you need a network, and you need the right information. Do you understand? The point is, you need to start getting educated, brother. You need to start getting educated. I could end the stream right now and you could never see me for the rest of your life. And I'm out, I'm done. But you're not. You need this. This is for your own good. A bucket just ice cold, boom, in your face. Some of y'all got the bucket slammed in your face, bro. Not even the water with ice. This was just a straight punch, bro. You need to look at yourself in the mirror tonight before you go to bed, or if you're awake, wherever it is that you're around the world. Just seriously look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what am I willing to sacrifice in order to make it? What am I willing to sacrifice in my life? What bad habits do I have to put down? What have I been taught that isn't real? What circles do I have to surround myself with? What networks do I have to be with? I'm here to empower you. This is just the beginning. This ain't no one stream. This is life. You 930 with me for the rest of your life. Do you understand? Guys, this is more than one individual here. This ain't the Luke story, Belmar. Like this isn't the story of Luke Belmar. This ain't the story of Luke Belmar. This is your story. I just happen to be a guy that's in your life right now. A stepping stone to your success. I need you to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, dude, like how bad do you want this shit, bro? Like, this ain't about the Lambo. This ain't about the Rollie. This is about getting the out, bro. Or just keep living your life. Keep living in a lie. Keep living a lie. This is for the brave. This is for the brave of heart. The ones that want to assume responsibility for their life. It's like Braveheart said, either you give me freedom or you give me death. You give me freedom or you give me death, bro. When you're at the bottom of the barrel, what do you have to lose? You got nothing to your name. Nothing. You have no money. You have no resources. You have no connection. You have no network. You have no education. You have nothing. What do you have to lose besides going after and chasing it, bro? Chase it like your life depends on it, because it does. It's your life, bro. Be responsible for it. Quit blaming other people, bro. You're the scammer. You said, I'm gonna do this, and you don't do it. You say, I'm gonna drop this habit, and you don't drop it. You're a scammer. Quit talking to me about what Joe Schmo didn't do, the course that didn't work. You didn't work. You didn't work. You're the scam. Quit self-sabotaging yourself, dude. Stop with the self-sabotage. Blaming the president, blaming the race, blaming the slavery, blaming the oh, it's the white racist dude on the stream. Oh, it's my parents. Oh, it's my age. Age is just a number, bro. You are scamming yourself. Take life by the horns, bro. Put in the hours, dude. Live a life of purpose. I care about you guys. I don't know a lot of you guys, but like, guys, I wouldn't be here otherwise. I'm not here in the game to tell you about how to bitches, how to do this dumbass shit, bro. Oh, men are better than women. Blah, 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 blah. This is all peasant talk, bro. I ain't about that shit. I ain't about that shit, bro. That's dumb. You go f- around with $50 in your bank account thinking that you're the G because you can pull some hoe? You ain't no G, bro. I need you to share this to somebody who's ready to wake up. That's the name of the game.
There's a verse in the Bible that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. When you speak to yourself, when you spend time alone, do you analyze who you are? Do you think about who you want to become? Or are you just guided by the ebbs and flows and the things of the world or the things that are tossed to you by culture? Or do you have an anchor? Do you have some sort of reference point that you utilize as a beacon of truth? Because what you think about dictates your reality. Let me explain. I've said it once, but I'll say it again, that your thoughts lead to actions, and actions lead to behaviors, and behaviors lead to lifestyle, and that your lifestyle dictates your destiny. So we reverse engineer that. Ultimately, your thoughts dictate your destiny. So as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Now the question is, how do you change the way that you think? Well, you have to change the input. You have to change the things that you allow yourself to be nurtured by. This isn't just food, right? But it's what you listen to, who you hang out with, what you do with your hands, with your eyes, and your ears that nurture your spirit, or they take away. They build your character, or they destroy your innocence. And you know the things that I'm talking about, the things that are holding you back, the things that are pushing you away from your fullest potential. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Who do you want to be? And what must you sacrifice in order to become that person? Do you meditate day and night about those goals and those objectives in that dream life that you want? Or do you settle for the things of the world? You settle for the things of the system. You settle for the things that have been given to you, but they don't belong to you. You've been told how to think. You've been told what a man is. You've been told what a woman is, but you've never even actually explored who you are. Maybe you should think more. Henry Ford famously said that the hardest job in the world is to think, hence why most people don't engage in it. So as I speak to you, I actually speak to myself. I often do these exercises where I just think out loud and I try to synthesize my ideas in a way that are clear. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. The input will dictate the output. The input will dictate your character. The input will dictate your desires, because your desires only grow based off of what you feed. So the question is, what do you feed your mind? What do you feed into the stream of consciousness that you tap into every single day? When you wake up, what is it that you desire, my friend? Do you desire things that push you closer to God, closer to your goals, or that push you away? If the answer is, it's pushing me away, then it's time to change. Because at the end of the day, the only person that you're hurting is yourself, so you might as well develop healthy thinking patterns, healthy ways of experiencing life, so you maintain your purity and your innocence. And through that, you allow God to work and to show you the beauties of this world. I've always thought about traveling the world. I've always thought about enjoying the beauty of creation. And here I am in my 20s doing exactly that. I thought who I wanted to become. I developed those thoughts in the three-dimensional world through manifestation and through action, and with a little bit of faith and a little bit of effort and a lot of belief, you turn dreams into a reality.